will ask if anyone from the public has questions of the applicant in an attempt to understand the project. After questions are closed, the chair will ask if anyone from the public has comments. Members of the public will have up to 3 minutes per person to comment. Comments should be limited to the exterior design of the building and site. Comments will not be allowed as to the interior design or use of the project. Thank you for participating. And we should introduce ourselves.
Elizabeth Moss.
Arlene Tunney.
Mark Valencourt.
Bill Cook.
And the first thing on the agenda is offshore trading, the farmer's florist. Hi.
Cool. Hi, I'm Mimi. I'm gonna be opening a little flower shop on Weldon's Way. So Leslie's gonna be making me a little simple sign.
Do you have, I don't have anything from you. Do you,
I've got it
you have it?
right here. Yeah, there you go.
I didn't get them.
18 by 30. I thank you for applying.
Okay, it's there already, isn't it?
No,
No?
not yet.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
So the sign is 18 by 30?
That's correct.
It's not 1.5 by, yeah, it's 1.5 by 2.5, okay. Do you know what color it's gonna be?
So it's just gonna have a white background and then black font. And then my little logo with a little kind of pink accent on my logo. And it's gonna be hanging on hooks so that I could, when I open the door, I could move the sign so that it's visible when the door is open, and then when it's closed, I'll put it back.
Where will you put it when the door's open?
On the back.
Yeah, on the back of the door. So when the door is
Gotcha,
open,
okay.
right, yeah,
So the door will open 180 degrees. Thank
Right.
you.
uh-huh.
Does anybody have any questions?
No.
Do I have a motion?
Motion to pass. Motion for approval, offshore trading company, plat 6, lot 97. A sign 18 by 30 inches. Right, on Weldon's Way.
White with black
White
lettering.
with black lettering, sorry.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye,
Thank you.
thank you for your patience. Next.
And the next one is sky blue pink sign application for the ore.
Hi.
You're like a lawyer right now.
What's that?
You're like a lawyer representing
Oh, yeah.
multiple.
I'm working on the boat basin and the oars entryway sign to the driveway. The one that was there blew down. And it's pretty old. There wasn't an application, there wasn't any record of an application any record of the sign on file with the town, I guess. So I had to start from the beginning of that. And it's pretty simple, smaller than what was there. Oh,
So which one is the new one?
this is the old one. This shows the difference in size. This is the new one on top of the old one. And that's the size of it.
Does anybody have any questions?
Is it going in the original footings?
It's not because it's smaller. So,
But let me rephrase,
yes,
roughly the original footings.
yes, it's gonna be like
within
right
that.
where the cement was.
Okay,
It's gonna be right there in the same spot.
all right. and the coloring is white and
It's,
Pantone?
yeah, so this is actually in color. I thought I submitted some in color, but this is the color of it. It's kind of like a sort of greenish, navy blue color.
Oh, that's nice.
Looks for me.
The oars are actually gonna be turquoise, just so they pop a little bit more.
Mhm.
Also Rita's favorite color.
Oh, yeah. But other than that, it's pretty much that favorite there.
Great to me.
Can I have a motion on this? If there's no questions?
Make a motion. Block 5, block 6, 9, parcel 5. That a replacement sign. Put in the same original spot as the other one, it is smaller.
It's
The
like
middle
a-
one's turquoise.
The oars, the actual oars, not the
Yeah.
or sign, but the
Yeah.
oars will be turquoise, not that color that's on there.
And, yeah, it's smaller than the original, and the same way better.
I'll second it. It was
All
time.
in favor? Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Awesome. Thank you.
The question is not
Yeah.
in our purview, I'm curious.
Yeah.
It's the new harbor boat basin now?
What's that?
It's the new harbor boat basin now, not the Block Island boat
Right.
basin anymore?
Yeah, they changed the name.
You want this back?
The next item on the agenda, the Cronin residence has asked to be tabled till our May meeting. So the Block Island Utility District is next.
It's the, first.
Is that what we're doing first?
Which one?
I have two. One's a car charger, one's a fence. We're doing the car charger first,
charger.
I think.
Yeah.
So.
After I did the application, but that's just a better view of what the charger looks like. Also with me tonight via Zoom is Will Young. The backstory with the car charger is a couple years ago, the power company started getting lots of inquiries for locations where people could charge their electric cars. There was no place. The power company is prohibited from owning a car charger, believe it or not, in Rhode Island. None of the power companies can own them. So a generous donor that's on the screen, Will Young, some of you may know him, Will and a bunch of other folks who are listed on the other sheet help contribute to this charger. They're going to finance the whole thing. They've asked if they can locate it at the power company, which I believe is probably the best spot. Seems like that's where people come. So in front of the power company, on the left-hand side of the power company sign is where we're going to propose to install it. There's absolutely nothing historic looking about this charger, I'll admit it. But that's probably the best location and is the best location for the traffic. I guess questions. The other thing I will add is it's a temporary installation at this point because we've got some ongoing work at the power company. And eventually our office is going to turn into residential housing. And the office will be moved over to like the plant area. And when we talk about the fence in our next application, there's going to be a little bit of work done there. Eventually this charger will get moved over to the new office over there. But probably for the next 2, maybe 3 years, it'll sit in this location.
Are there any questions? I think it's wonderful that we'll have a charger here.
Like I said, there's nothing historic about it, but it's a necessity, I think, at this point. The other handout was the artwork. The one thing I didn't talk about is the artwork. And Will worked with the car charger manufacturer to have artwork put on it. It's in the process right now and it'll be applied when we install it.
What?
The artwork. It'll have that picture of Block Island. It'll list all of the donors.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Will, do you have anything to add?
I don't. It's all good. The artwork should be shipped out fairly soon, I gather.
Is there any questions from? No, anybody?
Actually, I will make a comment, and I understand it's gonna be a temporary spot. And then when it does move out in front of the office, it'll be inside the compound, correct?
Well, the inside of the compound's gonna move back, so it's
Okay.
always gonna be on the outside. That's why we
Okay.
kind of have to put it where we're putting it now.
Well, when we get to that point 3 years down the road, it may be nice to put a little shed over it as an accent, but understanding that this is just a temporary location, I have no problem with the project.
We did think about that and consider that. I am concerned about how it's gonna hold up in the weather. They did buy a stainless steel construction, so hopefully it's gonna hold up better than, what steel does, but, we would consider that after.
Okay.
Whatever it's worth, I've seen banks of them down in Florida in the parking lots and they don't have any protection.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking
Yeah.
for aesthetics.
Oh,
It definitely is gonna jump out, but after 3 years, we'll all just be so used to it that it probably won't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tried. It doesn't look too spiffy right now, but it's gonna before summer.
Can I get a motion on this?
I'll make a motion to approve Block Island Utility District, Plat 17, Lot 35, installation of the car RTM 75 watt or kilowatt generator to be located in the parking lot until moved at a later date. Charger.
I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And a special thank
Okay.
you to Will and his team that's
Thank you, Will.
actually funding this. It's about believe it or not, probably $50,000 install, so it's quite a donation.
Thank you, Will.
So, thank you, Will.
Thank you.
And when I can finally afford an electric truck, thank you.
Well, now we're talking about a chain link fence.
Yeah.
You've taken down some of the chain link fence, haven't you?
Yeah, so we, as you know, a couple of years ago, we cleaned up in front of the office. We took down the old rotten, rusted chain link fence. It did kind of expose the power company a little bit more, but we planted some bushes and did a nice split rail fence that I think is gonna, mature over time and hide the power company. We want to do the exact same thing on the front of the plant area. And for right now, what we want to do is regrade that whole front, make it one big sloping lawn. There is going to be the old driveway that'll be put back in place. It's going to go right straight into the plant area. But what we want to do is a split rail fence, just like we did over at the office, with landscaping in front and behind. And then we're going to plant a bunch of trees between the fence and the plant area to kind of screen it. So our goal is to simply just clean things up and make it
That'll
look
certainly
really
look
well.
nicer than what you have now.
It's funny, we started cutting down the old, I guess they're Russian olive trees and they were all grown into the fence. We cut the bushes down, the fence started to fall over. So.
Any questions from the board? Any questions from the public? May I have a motion?
I didn't present a picture of that, Martha, but it's just like the fence that's on in front of the office. It's cedar. It's gonna be cedar. We get it from Liberty Cedar. 10-foot pieces, 2 rails. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I wish it was stone wall, if we could afford a stone wall.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I would say. Split rail is not historic on Block Island. at some point, somebody had this fantasy that it was, but I don't have my file of postcards to toss down the table that I've done at other meetings when people claim that. But it's already there and it's a utility company. So,
Would anybody like to make a motion?
Apparently I'm the motion guy
Yeah.
today. Make a motion to approve Block Island Utility District's installation of a split rail fence at plat 17, lot 36, replacing an a once existing chain link fence. The fence will match in front of the office on the property and will be constructed of cedar.
Any comments? You want to make any comment about this? Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you,
Aye. Martha?
thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda. That's nice. We have to be out of here by a certain time because the town council is meeting here, so we're trying to move this along. The Black Island Maritime Institute.
that'll allow you first the meeting.
Thank you for having, I also brought.
I don't need that. Oh, yes, I don't know.
Ready? What you have before you is, we plan to
Is
put
it-
sales.
Is she on, is the mic on?
Is that better?
And
The light's on.
And identify who you are for the
Okay.
record.
I am Valerie Blansfield. I'm the director at the Block Island Maritime Institute. We've submitted plans. We'd like to put shade over our tanks to both protect the fish and the visitors that come by. The plans that I submitted to you show a rendering, but when you look at that rendering, if you could keep in mind that the sails themselves won't be up as high as they look there. They're going to be adjusted when they get on site to make sure that they can provide shade, and they're going to be on a slant rather than directly across.
And you gave us all these beautiful colors. What do
The
you
intention,
propose?
the intention is to have it be a happy place for the kids and be in the primary colors. We would like it in the primary colors.
The red, blue and yellow, is that,
Red, blue, yellow, green.
green's not a primary.
Well, green is not a primary, it's a secondary. Sorry. Crayola crayon box colors.
Yes, okay.
So this is just like a fan of sorts.
Yeah,
It's the
Adjustable.
5 that'll come across. It's adjustable. They are temporary, being that the poles are not temporary, we're bringing it to you. They'll come down if there's a heavy storm, they're on turnbuckles, and they'll come down for the winter, obviously.
and then you can move them if you move a tank, you can,
We
Yeah.
should be able to adjust them. Moving the tanks are very difficult because they're
Okay.
all plumbed
Well-
underground.
okay.
Got a question about the material. How UV stable are they? I know with bright primary colors in the sun,
Mm.
some materials, the red might turn to pink in 2 years or.
That's a good question. They're the same ones that are used throughout the country. I imagine over time, even our awnings fade over time. Being in the sun for just a short time should help that not be as bad. If they get really ugly looking, we're not going to want them either. And that's the nice thing about them being temporary. We can change out to another sail.
So these won't be up all year
No,
round,
no.
just for the.
Just for the
high
season, which is
For the tank,
June
to help cool the
through
tanks
August,
and
right?
add comfort for the visitors.
Late June through August, about 10 to 12 weeks. The pole in the middle will be 13 feet. The poles along the side will be 7 to 8, and they'll pitch down from about 12 to 8.
It says here that their fabric is formulated to withstand damaging UV effects, but.
I mean,
you know,
that's the
that
same thing
nobody's
with
gonna
every
guarantee-
awning we've put up. They're made to not, but they do, over time, they do fade. Excuse me?
They are made to be outside.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of our second thought was, well, if we can't put it up, we could put up a tent. It's temporary and take it down. But these, I've seen them all over. They have them at different aquariums all over the country. They really do look nice.
Yeah, and they're happy looking. Any other questions?
Make a motion,
Oh,
five, lot 64, possible one, fire number 216, to have 5 separate. How do you say it?
Awning sales?
Awning sales. With the poles being 7 to 8 feet, the outside is center 113, 42 feet. Maybe come down. Strong and then off season. 5 separate.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Until Dan, we missed him.
He told me he was gonna be here because I didn't want
I
to do
think-
this
I
all
think he's
by myself.
working.
I'm like, "Ah."
The next one on the agenda is Sandy Point, and it's replace the old wooden deck with pavers.
Hi,
Can you just say who you are?
Christopher Willie. So last month I was here got approval to replace wooden decking with both composite decking and pavers. This is a modification of that just to extend the pavers instead of putting down decking. When we demoed the decking, it wasn't framed, it was sitting on dirt. So it wasn't attached to the building. So it lends itself nicely just to do pavers. With a granite step.
Are there any questions?
Guys have been going by and see what he's doing.
What will the pavers look like?
There's a diagram in the application. It's
Stone
they're
pavers?
9 by 9, 9 by 18 and 18 by 18. They're gonna be, stone pavers.
What color?
I think they call it Westchester. It's like
Is it grayish?
it's a combination of gray, blue, rust, like it's a,
Yeah.
kind of
It's pavers.
it's got, yes. It's not just gray. Let me just say that. It's got 3 or 4 colors in it.
It's a nice range for when people spill things
Right.
on it.
Like,
and-
you'll never know it's dirty.
If there's no questions, can I have a motion?
Since I'm the motion machine, I move to approve Sandy Point Company LLC's application for the replacement of the outdoor patio area from previous wood to stone pavers. This is at Plat 6, Lot 3, the Captain Nick's building. Yeah, that's it.
I second that.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Done.
Do we have your door on here too today?
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually got a paper version of the door. I have the email. I have the email. I already looked at it and I went by and looked at it as well.
I don't
Here, I'll
have the
show
door.
it to you.
I think there's a typo in it.
Yeah, there is. It's not 60, it's 80 inches. It'll be
It's not
real short.
Oh. Oh, that's Cat Rock Cove?
No, you're working off of last week's agenda.
Oh, I don't have this week's agenda. Okay. Give me one of those, yeah. Oh, thank you, Corey.
So this is, I want to replace the front door, which is existing as 36 inches with something that's 48. For above anything else, safety. It's the main means to get in and out of the bar. There was historically, I have one picture that dates to 1977 that I found. No, that door that's on there is like a veneered hollow core with plexiglass window. These aren't big pictures, unfortunately. Guy in the picture is my father-in-law. So.
What does that mean?
That means it's old.
Make sure to tell him you said that.
Barely see the door, had a center light and.
Oh, it had side,
But it had side lights. In order, the side lights aren't possible, and I don't perhaps put side lights in it. I wouldn't be able to put 40 inch.
well,
Or that's
I
there.
think though that the door should be higher than 5 feet.
It is, it should be, and that was my.
Because I couldn't fit through that. I'm 5'2".
It's not a Hobbit door, it's actually a full-size 80-inch.
All right, so we have to correct that. It's a 48 by 80 inch.
Are you building this door?
I'll have it built. I'm not gonna build it.
Can you say that so?
It's a rustic,
It's like a speakeasy door.
yeah, exactly what it's
But
called.
because it's such a big door, 4-inch trim in my mind isn't
I
isn't
think,
gonna make it.
I think after all said and done, it's gonna be more like 6,
It should be at
Yeah.
least 6.
just because of the proportions.
That was
Like
my
right now,
comment too.
there's,
And I thought maybe it was a mistake
No, I
because the
think-
height of the door was a mistake. It's like, oh, the measurement of the trim is probably also a mistake.
the trim can be, if you want 6 inches, that's fine. Like existing trim right now, I think it's 10.
Right.
So, it wouldn't be hard to make it
Difference at
6.
8.
Eight would be nice.
It's something that proportionally,
Yeah.
the trim and the door read
Give it a
together
sense of-
cohesively.
Sure.
Oh, man, I know somebody who's got a picture that's, never gonna find it.
What do you think, 8 inches?
I'm fine with 8 inches.
Huh?
I mean, just for the record, I think this is, in Lou, we just had the station fire, 20th anniversary. That is a tiny door. Now, I have not drank there in quite a few years because, I'm old, or older, but that was the first thing I thought of when I saw this. And,
Oh, I
if he's,
assumed it was
I trust Chris is
Yeah.
gonna trim this. It's
No,
gonna look good. And it serves a true purpose.
Oh, it's a nice looking door. I just think the trim needs to be
Yeah,
a question of 6 or 8 inches. What-
100% agree.
Yeah.
A larger, wider door makes
8
sense.
inches-
It's
8 inches
appropriate,
or something.
just.
The
that
larger trim.
And it's a nice looking.
Yeah,
door.
just so it's cohesive. It
And what's
reads
the trim
as-
that's there now? 8,
I think it's 10.
10.
10?
Because I think when the side lights were there,
It blocks
they
it. Right.
reduced the size of the door, or they took those out, so they just trimmed over it. So when I expanded, obviously, I'm sure who knows what I'm gonna find, but I can make the trim 6 or 8 inches, it's fine.
Well, how about 8 inches? What do you think, folks?
I'm fine with 8.
Okay. So I need a motion.
I move for the approval of Sandy Point LLC, Plat 6, Lot 3, the replacement of the existing front door to be replaced with a mahogany door, 48 by 80, with the caveat that the trim be at least.
The
eight-
side trim.
Side trim be at least 8 inches.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Oh, the next one is
Yeah, mahogany.
Cat Rock Cove. Hi, Peter. Can you just say who you are?
Good afternoon. This is Pete Mott.
You want to tell us what you wanted?
Oh, sure. Yeah, think it's going to be exciting to have that door coming from the kitchen out to the lawn. It would just, the dining room, kitchen lawn, just to get people to contained in the lawn there, just to access the food. You can bring it right out to them. So I'm just putting a door in
Pete, wait,
where, and it's,
start from the beginning, what you're
Yeah.
trying to do.
a door on the north side of the building,
Okay.
replace the window just to
Is
access.
this for one of the existing stores or is? this for-
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I need.
Is this what was Calveras?
Yes,
Okay. And it's the back of the building or this?
it's the north side, this side of the building.
Okay.
Man, what
Where
is
does
the
that
front of
fall?
that building?
The
This
front,
is the front.
the front is the west side there.
No, that was sort of a rhetorical question.
Oh.
It's- Because there were so many
Yeah,
faces to it.
tough call.
There's no picture of the door here, Mike.
Yeah, here.
Yeah,
Well-
I just wondered, if it's gonna be the same as the bookstore?
Yes. Yeah, I did have the series, the model number. If that's what you needed to know.
Well,
The
this-
Thermatru Smooth Star Half Light. Model S206. It's a matches the two doors in the front.
So right now there'll still be 4 windows and 1 door. I see. Right now there are just 5 windows.
Yes,
And you think you're gonna have a deck here to get up?
yeah, pretty much a landing. It's not like, not for chair, not for tables and chairs, just a landing to access that.
There's seating there now, isn't there?
Excuse me?
There's seating there now.
Yes,
Picnic tables.
But it's sort of, it's lawn seating, isn't it?
yes.
And it says aluminum rails here. What's the place house?
Well, they do have, yeah, they do have the painted brown.
It'll match the other rails that are on the building.
Yes.
What's your pleasure, boys and girls?
Lot 7, lot 19. Post office building. Where the restaurant, kitchen area is. To, remove one of the 5 windows, replace it with a door, matching the existing one, bookstore and hotel bearers. But, with an entryway, landing. Landing is 6 foot by 10 foot with 3 steps. And aluminum rails to match existing rails on the other side of the building. West side. On the motion.
Do I have a-
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Good luck with
Good
the
luck.
lunch bucket. Be open.
I give
What's
it,
it gonna be there?
It's
Peter?
gonna be called the lunch bucket,
The lunch bucket?
the lunch
Cute.
bucket.
Yeah, yes. There'll be a lot of beach to go, pockets full of fun.
Buckets full of lunch? Okay. The next item is Charlene.
Good afternoon, I'm Shirley Goburn, and I'm here to ask permission to replace 19 windows at
Can
my,
we not, I can't hear you.
Pete,
I'm Shirlene Goburn, I'm here to ask to replace 19 windows in my home at 443 Dodge Street. And those of you who don't know, it's at the four corners, the yellow house with cats usually on the porch. The windows are a single pane and I believe they've been in there since forever. I cannot open most of them and they're not energy efficient and I would just like to replace them. Yes. The same style as what's currently, and I asked Dan McLaughlin to come look at a couple of the windows and he said if it was his place, he would go with some kind, he said for maintenance, me not being handy, that I shouldn't go with wood again. That he recommended some kind of. Yeah, he didn't say Pella, but just
Was it
that,
Pella's are clad wood windows. Yeah,
yes.
we don't recommend vinyl for there. though.
Yeah, they're. So I have vinyl or aluminum storm windows that would be removed and those would take. Because these are
Double
they're
pane.
storm, yes.
And will they have a filler between they're 2 over 2?
Yeah,
correct?
they will be like that style like that, I believe. Like what's,
But that doesn't have the filler, but it should have the filler.
if it says it there, I'm not sure what the filler looks like.
Let's see, let's read what it says.
There's a, yes,
Yeah,
there's a
and
pellet.
the house that's used to be
Gassner's.
yeah, Gasner's. But this says no custom grill. So I think we need to put a caveat in here that the Pella windows are fine as long as it has a grill that's a attached grill on both sides of the glass with a filler.
Yes, I ordered them last year because the price was gonna go up astronomically. But they are that shape. Sorry.
Yeah.
What about the small little window in the back that's got 6 little lights in it?
Which,
Little guy. Okay, so this elevation is not part of this application.
Oh, you're not replacing the ones in the back?
There, I'm. So there's the different sides that you can see from the historical, the front of Dodge Street, and when you're walking down Dodge Street from the gable to those
Mhm.
four. But the other ones will be replaced when I redo what I call the outside of it.
Okay.
So the 19 windows are those three elevations you just mentioned?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot of windows. Are there any other questions?
And you're keeping all of the trim.
Yes.
It's important. And I think Charlene should be commended. She's done tremendous job with that house. Some of you may remember when there was some problems with the mansard that was kind of caving in on the gable side of it. And it's such a nice hiding in plain view house there downtown. It really makes the corner look nice. It's a nice compliment to the Historical Society.
Agreed.
Thank you, and thank Mark because he and his guys did the work 17 years ago. 2006, 2007. Yes. Thank
Are all
you.
19 of these windows the same dimensions?
No, the one are 48 and the other could be 36 or 48. I can't remember. I mean, or 56.
They're all just being replaced.
Pardon?
They're being replaced at the size
Yes.
they are.
Yes.
32 by 56, it says.
And then the other one is, I think, 32 by 48.
Looking. 32 by 48, right.
There are 9 and 10 of,
Right, 10 of the 32 by 48s and 9 of the 32 by 56.
Where are you reading that?
on the window specs.
Missed the page. Found it.
Can I have a motion?
Motion machine.
You can make
I make a motion to approve Charlene Goburn, plat 6, lot 130-1, fire number 443 Dodge Street, for the replacement of 19 windows. Replacement of windows only, trim will remain the same. All windows will be within 2/2s and DP 50. Houses in the historic district, built in 1868, I believe by your ancestors, correct?
By a friend's ancestors. yes.
Okay,
And this is in keeping with that.
yeah, keeping with,
It's one of less than 10 residential original mansard houses on the island.
second.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Thank you.
I wish you the best next one.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is Dwayne and Keisha Brown.
Thank you.
So that's the full plan and the approved in November last year.
This is just pressure.
And tell us from what we approved, which are these drawings here, what changes do you want made?
Okay, so, if I can. So these are the plans that were approved, and these are the proposed changes. So we have, so there are no changes to the south side of the building, so it remains.
Well, there is a change from what you originally gave us for plans in that the head height for the first floor is been, for the dormer has been moved up.
Has it been there for the dormer?
No, we changed.
This is what it looks like. That's up to
You
date.
changed it, right, but we didn't approve it.
No, it matches what's in what's in that.
Oh, you put it down?
We put it on a plan code.
Okay, I
It
did
just
not,
went by us. We were on a roll and we were making all overhangs and we brought that dormer out. We realized, thanks to you, that it was wrong, so we brought it back in.
oh, so you rebuilt it,
Yes,
okay.
So
there's a photograph of it.
Thank you. So tell me what tell us what changes.
All right, so I believe, it's a mystery. It took us some time to figure out what went wrong. We still don't know how we got there, but the elevations on the previous plan or architect was using the east end.
Excuse me, but he's not an architect. He's not a registered architect in the state, which doesn't matter, but it's your designer.
The designer, okay. Okay. Right, so it's, the elevations were messed up and that's how, I'm thinking this happened. So what is the east side? The upstairs remains the same, the two windows and the door. We are switching the stairs from, ascending from the north to ascending from the south to facilitate, because the boiler room is now gonna be right here, on the left side of the east elevation.
Well, okay, let me find the original east elevation. The east elevation is what faces the
Aldo's.
drive into the community center. Correct?
I think this would be a lot easier if we just did what faces the road into the community center and what faces community center parking lot.
So this is gonna face Aldo's.
The
The
road
stairs.
end-
Yeah, the road
into
end.
the Community center. It had been at this elevation. It had been this elevation that was gonna face.
Everything in the right place now. What you're talking about doing.
Okay. So we're just switching the stairs. And then we're gonna have a door here under the stairs to enter the utility room. Now, I know that Rhode Island law states that there can be a point of egress under stairs, but it also says that if it's a fireproof door, a 1 hour fireproof door, it will suffice by code. So this is gonna be a fireproof door and we're gonna remove the window that was under the stairs. So that's the proposed change on the east elevation facing Aldo's. Yeah, it's.
Instead of a
basically
right hand,
the-
it's a left hand.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That's not complicated. Instead of going right, it's going left.
It's gonna be
It's-
closer to the road, though. It's gonna be what, 3.5 feet closer to the road with the stair there.
Yeah, but we have a,
Yeah, I'm not talking about zoning. That's
Oh,
not my
okay.
purview.
okay,
But, just so that you know, as you
Right.
drive down towards the community center, the stair is gonna be closer to the road than what the original building was gonna be. And then you've changed the part that faces the community center,
so, yes, that,
this one, which
The-
is nice looking.
the building just mysteriously flipped. You know, I wanted to lead by saying, I know we're in the wrong. It wasn't, none of this that happened was intentional. We didn't want to just put a building where we wanted to put a building and changed the plans that were approved. It wasn't until Joe Brennan, that's standing here with us, pointed out to us last week that he just vaguely remembered that the historic district had wanted these windows on that side. And he
I
said
don't know
that to
what these
Dwayne.
windows,
The side that you just said would have faced the ELC.
right. And it had like the garage door underneath, and it was a nice elevation.
Right, but so we're doing 2 513s as opposed to the garage and 1 513 now. So the barn door wouldn't be necessary. So we moved that 36-inch door from the back of the building to the middle and added an extra window for symmetry, and that's now going to be facing the north side. That's the side
That's
to
a
the.
totally different building.
It's the same building, it's just that the elevations have rotated. Go ahead.
What we think happened is that Dwayne asked the architect to put the stairs on the other side of the building because it was interfering with the setback, as I was told. And what happened, because it was a computer generated plan, the whole building got turned. And we didn't realize that until we were a good way under it, underway with construction. And I realized, wait a minute, he turned the entire building and didn't just move the staircase. He spun the building 180. And that's where the error came in.
So now, so where we're at now.
So with the exception of the barn door and the door on the east elevation downstairs, it's practically the same building. And the side that faces Sue Bushes would have had the door if the stairs were there, so we've moved.
Which
that
is the
door.
side that faces Two Bushes?
The side with the 3 windows, this one here. So it will no longer have a door here. Because the stairs has been moved.
So where you're putting the door now is the part that faces your building?
Yes, that's where they'll enter that 513.
There was a window under the stairs, now it's fire.
There was a window on the left there, but we took that out because we flipped the stairs. Yes,
That's a fire door.
yes, that's a fire door.
And have the window sizes changed on the second floor?
Yeah, they have.
No, it appears as if it has on the drawing, but they haven't. If you look at the window
If it-
schedule, it's the same.
It definitely.
It
appears
just,
as
yeah,
if
it
they
looks like
have-
it's shrunk, but it's the
What are
same
sizes
windows.
of Windows that flank the door onto the stair.
Say again?
What are the sizes of these two windows?
These two? The west, east elevation. Yeah, that's the full plan.
They look much smaller than what we had approved. Do you have any specs on the windows?
Schedules are the same.
The schedule is the same. Yeah.
Yeah, the window sizes are already, yes. Yes.
I'm looking for the schedule.
The schedule is on page 2.
I mean, it's quite a computer glitch. It's more than flipping the building. It flipped the window
Yeah, it just
and
kinda
shrunk the
warped everything.
windows.
Yeah.
The building got.
Yeah, the schedules are the same.
I'm looking for the schedule. I don't see a new
So,
schedule.
On the new application, the schedule is on the, it's actually on the first page of plans, bottom right,
Arlene,
where the site plan is.
These are the old plans. I know. I'm looking for the new schedule.
Should be the first page. Okay, bottom right. And then if you go on the old one, A-0-02, that's the old schedule, and they match. Yeah, I personally built the window headers off of the back. Yeah, this is definitely been learning experience before. What else I would say? Everybody thinks it's easy.
Yes. We're just gonna put up a building. It'll be fine.
Nice to get a couple of year-round houses out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will be.
How come the window on, I don't know which, that faces Sue Bush's, on the new plans, the window in the bedroom isn't the same, they're not the same size. One is 4 by 4 and the other one is 3 feet by 5, 4'9".
Are those the two that you said you wanted to unmute?
Was that in the middle?
Yeah,
On the
these
gable
two.
end?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the gable end.
Yeah,
So do you want to?
we want to remove those two center rooms on, windows on the gable end. They don't give any justice to a floor plan, right in the way of having a decent floor plan.
Well, the one downstairs, there's no bathroom there, it's just, it's a bedroom.
Let me show you which side.
This,
If we're talking the same time, can I take that over? Yeah. These two windows here,
Right.
we want to take them out if possible. And they're facing the neighbor's house, they're facing west.
You want to remove them?
We'd like to, if you could. Right in the center. Cabinet, floor plan.
I think he added that window because the door was removed from there, but it wasn't necessary.
Well, how does the committee feel about that?
You say this on the second floor.
Oh, both floors.
Because on the second floor, but this was added since the original. From what I was at in November, in that elevation on the second floor, there were 2 windows, but now it's proposed there's 3.
So we can,
One elevation is fine. Well, this is the one he's asking.
yeah, this one, they want to remove the central window.
You look better.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. was only, that wasn't a window, it was the door. And on the first one, we didn't have. I agree, I think it makes more sense not having it.
And the H window on the second floor, I realize you're putting it by the tub, but maybe you can rearrange that bathroom so that, I mean, that H window is only less than 3 feet high. I mean, that's really ugly proportion.
Facing VLC.
We didn't have any, in the original one, we didn't have any windows that were, either that or remove the window altogether. No. I don't know where the bathroom was, if it was in the same place.
So if we agree to take the middle window,
Right,
windows out.
yeah.
And which elevation is this?
That would be west end of the.
That's the West Sioux Bush elevation.
Right, Sioux Bush.
It's facing the neighbor's house.
Right.
Would be west.
I don't know what directions it's downtown. I don't like to, I don't like to get into people's names. It's sound like. It's really learning center complex. So what are you talking now? Now which one are you talking?
Now I'm talking about, they're putting in, hang on.
Well, I thought the elevation above is the one that faces the early learning center.
But this faces the road.
Correct.
So this would face the.
Early learning center, is that exactly?
Yeah, this is facing the community center, the one in center.
Right, which is this.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
these two,
Which one
do
faces?
you want to take the windows out in the middle of both of these?
Yeah, it's the same elevation.
The same elevation. Yeah.
This is the
Which
same
one
as that.
faces the community center here? Which? No, show me on the plan. That faces the community center. And that's the one with that hateful little window there.
Wait, I can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it, but they don't-
This window here over the bathtub is, well, they're not facing the community center.
Some of the windows were taken out of basically, don't change it.
But I don't even think that's correct. The elevation's not.
And that would be because it's coming out of the building.
Why not remove it? I mean, it's only 2'10" high by 3 foot wide and it's a double hung. I mean, that's kind of ugly.
Well, that's a small windows.
Well, then,
Well, the original approved, it wasn't there, so why is it? Is it been built yet, or I'm just trying to figure out what's happened?
no, it's not. It's being framed as we speak.
Correct, that's why we didn't do it.
There are unwritten windows, so I ordered and paid for them already. So I had, there's no way I can return.
Well, that's not our problem.
Yeah. We just got started, and it was up to the window.
Correct.
See, this window was taken out,
On the second floor,
bigger than that. I'm thinking of taking these and maybe putting them over here. That is a small window, if we can remove these.
Yeah, but Joey,
Yeah.
the proportion of that window is just terrible for the
Yeah.
historical district.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally agree.
It just doesn't, it doesn't belong in the district.
So the one in the back here, this one, these two, you're saying?
Well, the one that's this H window that's on here, it's 2 foot, it's 3 feet high, but
Yeah, that was very.
yeah.
But I was wondering, would do better if we took, if we could take these two out.
Yeah, I think-
And replace it with these two, because they're bigger.
Yeah, but it'll be over a bathtub, so I don't know if they want to do that.
No, when interfere with the bathtub is gonna go perpendicular with that.
Yeah.
We just switch them out, put bigger windows on that side, that's light was better.
I forgot about that.
Those windows are very high and like you said, small.
Yeah.
Now, do we still have the 4 windows? They were gonna be,
Each one.
yeah,
Yes,
all the same size.
yes.
And they were originally.
They were originally gonna face the ELC, but I think.
The original plan.
Well, this is where the plan.
You have the floor plan that was approved? Yeah, I need the floor plan. That was approved.
We don't approve.
I know, but it tells you what the windows are. This doesn't tell you. These are the 4 windows that we approved, which look to be 4 feet or more in length,
Yes, yeah.
right?
4.9 or something like that.
4.9.
And I'm just seeing what they're putting in now. It's a D window, which is 3.2. That's a big difference.
Really small, yeah, I don't think, I never thought.
She's referring to the side that's facing the bar building, the north side. not
We
the-
improved,
She's referring to this. Isn't that what she's talking about? No, she's on this.
we approved the windows to be 4.9 and they're changing it to 3.2.
No, we're not changing.
We're not changing
No,
it.
no, we're not changing. The only one we're going to change was one that I'm confused with the whole thing.
So look, these were approved, right?
Yes,
And
they're in.
they're 4.9.
Yeah, I think so. I don't have the plan.
What is it? What's the
I would-
number on it? Is there a number on it?
I would think for egress, you'd need the 4.9 anyhow.
Yeah.
They don't need to be, they're egress is on that.
They're Fs.
And this is the part that faces their house now.
Yeah.
But the new one shows short windows there. Is this door going to be there?
That door is there.
Oh, yeah,
It's the
That's
same,
right.
it's this side.
they're 4.9.
Yes.
Well, what's your pleasure, committee?
No different size windows bothers you, but, I'm gonna need more of that. But if they wanna put the bigger ones in, that makes that. I think we'll better with the bigger one.
Yeah.
Mess up your interior, having a bigger one.
If you can have, it will be even different.
And that is too many places.
Yeah, believe me, I know that, we're so confused.
That's why I gave you guys the.
For once, I was a good boy. I kept them apart.
Okay, different size windows are kind of a hallmark of, the downtown. You go through around, look at buildings downtown, you look at High Street in particular, you look at the Surf. The Surf has all kinds of different windows. And, I don't think we're trying to mimic any of those, but.
No, but this is a very small building, so it's very important.
Well, I think my pleasure is to understand what actually is being built from what was had,
Right.
you know, at a minimum, how to get this properly documented as to what's happening.
I don't really care what was happened, I wanna know what we have before us right now, and what you're asking for right now. Because it's changed, and I just don't confuse everybody that's going back and forth.
Yeah, I think we have a little bit of an idea of how this happened,
Things that,
but in terms of memorializing it, I don't think we're there. I'm confused.
that was a problem. in the first
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
This is
I think you're
pretty
right.
general.
So why don't we just throw that, what was approved before? Look at what's in front of us quickly,
But
go
we don't
back
know what's
through
in
it.
front.
Let's go back, just start from the beginning. Take, although I appreciate it, take the old approved plans and push them off your desk. And let's just treat this from the start, from the beginning with this guy.
I gave you two dates for instance, yeah, it should be dated, what is it, 4/2/23. April 2nd, 2023.
That was yesterday.
Yes, right, but that's the most current
Right.
spread that we should all be collectively looking at. I agree with that.
And hopefully, let's just go through this real quick.
Okay, on the front page, the 4 windows should be 4'9".
Yeah, they are. Yes, I think you're right.
Okay, and what's changed here is there was a garage door and then a door and a window. And instead, there's a door in the middle and 2 windows.
Correct.
And what size are these 2 windows? They're D
Those are-
windows. 2.4 by 3.2. Those are very small.
I thought we would take them out. We could put the two bigger ones in.
Yeah,
But I was thinking of the other side. The-
well,
the-
let's work one side of it.
Yeah,
How about we make those flanking windows 4'9"? In other words, the F windows, the same as the upper ones.
So this is the north elevation you're looking
I don't know. It's
at. Yeah.
the elevation that faces their existing house.
402 drawing, even those.
yeah, 402 drawing, these are Ds,
Right,
these are the two.
talking about this
floors.
facing their house.
Why don't we just either, so I'm making sure this is documented the right way, either number the sides or call them north, south, east, west. and-
Okay, let's call this side number 1, the one facing their house. The side number 1.
Okay, per their drawings that they've just given us, the second floor windows are also type D. Which are the small windows. On sheet A402.
So, just to make an observation, these are the smaller windows, but if we also take into effect sight line, all it is sighting at their house. So just as, keep that in mind.
Well, we want it to look nice.
I understand.
Document correctly.
Oh,
I think
of
that's-
course.
That I, somebody mentioned that those would have.
4'9",
But it's.
So they've been changed because these are under Ds. Yeah,
right,
on the schedule, it shows it as a D and it's a 3.
right, that's all wrong. I mean,
Right, so that's. all I'm
I
asking.
would,
Right.
Trying to
I
figure
would,
out what is what.
I would like to, when is our next meeting, Corey?
It is, okay, so it would be the 24th.
I think that you should get this all together with the right size windows. Well, I don't want to see D windows there. I want to see the 4'9" windows. Everybody's gonna see them as they drive. No, I didn't say that they were, no. I didn't say they were, I'm not gonna argue. I don't think so. I think. I want it to look nice. We can. You want to make a motion?
If you're talking, make sure your mics are on, please.
But it's just, I don't understand, why you're making changes. Small or low window, they said they're gonna make those two in the middle of the same size, but they take two out. Maybe take, I understand it takes a couple, five school windows to come in. Get 'em.
What I would like, if it's possible, is just it's a small building. Let's just quickly go through each elevation, get them to agree of the quantity of windows and the size is whether it's the 3 foot or the 4'9", just so that we can understand what's happening.
And then vote on it.
Exactly. I mean, and
Let's get
anything beyond
clarification.
that is beyond that, but I think let's start from the basics.
On one side of it, all of a sudden,
Agreed, but I'd like to go back to that is what I'm
Okay.
saying. Okay, that. Going back to the question of what's my pleasure, that's my pleasure.
A4. Page A4, which is the first side, and then label that.
A4 south elevation.
Sure.
So for clarification for everyone, I am on A 4.01. It is denoted as the south elevation.
But let's go back to the sheet before. 4.00.
Okay. Okay, so we'll start there on the west elevation. All right. So let's start on the west elevation. A 4.00.
And we agreed to take out the center window.
We've agreed to take out the center windows, correct? Correct, thank you.
So
Okay.
the two type A windows on the west elevation are being removed.
Correct.
Okay.
All right,
And the F windows are staying.
correct.
And those are the 4'9".
Right.
Yes.
Okay,
No, the Fs,
Yeah.
yes, the Fs are the 4.9 heights.
okay.
All right. Are we ready? Any more questions on the west elevation? All right, let's move to the south elevation. These two windows are gonna come out in center. Hold on.
No,
Where
no, no.
we're at now. Yeah, we already, we're moving to
But
the next elevation.
Move beyond that.
Yep. Okay. So now we are on the south elevation. For the record, it is A 4.01. All right, we have agreed that the H windows in the middle of the building, and correct me if I'm wrong, because we've agreed that we're gonna switch those to matching Fs Or are we taking those out as well?
I think the switch would be great.
And we're gonna switch them to match?
We were taking out our, 310.
You're going to have a blank wall if you do that. You're going to have a blank wall if you take them out.
Okay, well, hold on one second.
You're gonna
So
have
we're
to
gonna,
take-
all right, but and I'm going back now, if I recall, because we're taking those two off the west elevation that we just discussed. The two A
Right,
windows.
2A windows.
Okay, no,
No.
I don't want you to. I was
We're
just
just
trying
asking
to
what you
understand
were
if
proposing.
that's what we were doing. I was not, I will never propose anything without saying first, I'm proposing.
You could suggest it.
Well, yes, but I will preface anything I say by saying I am suggesting and or. Early on this committee, I got caught in that one. I'm not doing it again.
The south elevation is the elevation that faces the community center.
Correct.
Correct. Now, I personally have no problem with those H windows over the bathroom. I love windows in bathrooms.
Yeah, but the size of them are gonna be very strange looking. Unless they're changed to a different kind of window. You know, they're 2'10" total height and by 3'4" wide. You know, double hung, it doesn't,
I personally am not that hung up on it.
Eights are bigger than. Yeah, well, can they put the eight where the eight are?
Oh, I like that idea.
what if that's?
Yeah, well, that's essentially what I was saying. I think I just mixed up the alphabet a little.
Yeah. In other
Uh,
words, deep six the H's.
And move and take the A's that were on the previous elevation, move them over, which now you only have a 9-inch difference.
And does that work functionally for you? Because they're narrow windows, but they're tall.
Correct.
Much better way.
Yeah,
Agreed.
They're not tempered though.
okay.
This is true. I forgot we already bought them. We haven't. This isn't planning.
Now, that was,
So wait, so this elevation is not resolved yet, it sounds like.
Yeah, well,
Okay. Okay.
I mean, at this point, this elevation, the south elevation, so that we can keep moving forward.
The side, the previous garage door on, that, west side?
That's gonna be the north elevation, which we're not there yet.
Okay,
Yeah, but yeah,
So for this discussion on A401 south elevation, the two H windows are being replaced by A windows?
correct.
well, you guys gotta agree to that because the thing is Tom is absolutely 100% right. You're gonna have to get, you can't use the ones off the. Right, so you wanna go forward and have us vote with the H's in place? Okay, so just, we still have to vote on. So if that's what that's why they wanna go forward,
So which one are we on now?
we're still on the south elevation,
Okay,
So you're not gonna vote against the eight?
they can't.
Correct, so.
So it's gonna have to be.
The
H's.
proposal from,
They
is-
already have the window.
exactly, but so A401 stays as presented.
Yes,
What's being proposed, okay.
all right, so let's keep moving. Let's go to this north elevation. This is for the record, A-4.02.
And those were originally supposed to be F windows on top, and now they're marked as D.
Well, whatever they were proposed to be, let's just work off of what they're proposing now. Because I think that's why we've gotten so complicated going back and forth. This is gonna be the final, so let's just work off of this.
Well, these are very small windows. They're 2'4" by 3'2".
So all the bedrooms have egress windows,
402.
but all the bedrooms have egress windows. And this is the side that's facing, this is the side to the shed. So the only person that's really gonna see the windows are Gail from her office.
So D windows are, egress ones?
No, they're 2'4" wide by 3'2" high.
So this side is remaining as proposed.
Yes.
No, originally, the upper windows were 4'9".
But as currently proposed,
I
but
think
we're not
currently
changing.
proposed right now. We're just kind of throwing out whatever it was before because it's too much.
Just to understand.
And this is what's gonna be the final approval. So whatever was before is null and void anyways, a moot point.
Thank you.
So to the Browns, what you have here is what you're presenting now and want us to vote on. As is, the D-size window as scheduled. So we're all on the same page with this on the dais.
And the fourth one.
Which fourth?
403.
403. Oh, all right. So moving on. Okay, now we're on to 403.
The east elevation.
And this faces the road
The
into
road
the
by
community.
Aldo's.
Yes. Faces Aldo's and whatever building that is. Yes,
Staircase got swapped the other way.
yes.
Correct. Now there's a rated door.
Mhm.
No, it's missing because that's where the furnace room is. And putting
Right.
the door off the window.
Yeah, but let's just, what was there, let's just put out of our heads
But
and
isn't.
just look at what's here now.
Isn't, if you look at the elevation before that, a 402, there's a window in the furnace room. It's a D window in the furnace room.
That wasn't the furnace room, that was the office, but we're taking.
No, right now it's the furnace room, say, right? That's why there's no window on this elevator, on.
The purpose
on
of our
03.
purview is the outside.
Yeah, but.
Oh, three.
Let me answer that, Bill. The window that Arlene is referring to that was on the
Mhm.
left side, we removed that because we're putting the stairs there to
Right.
that side.
No, to
So
the
we had
right.
to Take that out. And there's not gonna be a window where the furnace is for
Correct.
safety reasons.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why there are no windows on that
Well,
floor.
is the furnace in this corner of the house?
Yeah, the furnace is right.
Okay, so isn't this in the furnace room?
Yeah, on that side.
Yeah.
yes.
No, the window
But the
does not fall
stairs.
in.
It doesn't
The
fall
window does not fall in.
Okay.
Well, is the furnace room,
We're using compact units. It's a very small, mechanical room, no windows are in it. It does not fall. For the measurement. And I brought Russell over just to show me how much space he needs and that is something.
And it's like 30 by 70.
Oh, yeah.
Russell is,
Russell Littlefield,
thanks.
he's gonna be installing, in bar system. to provide.
In Arlene, A1.11 shows the very small mechanical room that's not impacted by the windows.
I see, thank you.
So this east elevation, A 4.03 is submitted as proposed. Anyone on the dais have questions, comments, concerns?
I understand it.
Okay.
Boards were swapped, windows just taken out.
I have a big problem with the windows that are, the windows that are, 2'4" by, where is it?
We're on A 4.03, the east elevation. which faces the road
Right,
and
okay.
Aldo's.
Why don't you guys make a motion and address each one of these views? And just, so I can document it and then vote on each view and. Right?
Okay.
Or you could make a motion for the whole thing.
Yeah, why don't we just make a motion for the whole thing?
One side left.
Yeah, this is the
No.
last step. Yeah, this is, well, do we have confirmation that everybody is okay with this final side? Questions, whatever. You don't have to be okay with it, but you don't have any questions. Yes. All right, so we have now gotten through all four sides. Mark, rock, paper, scissors. This one's a big one. All right. I do need this though, for the plot number. All right, I make a motion to approve D Brown's Property Management, Plat 6, Lot 84. 7, sorry, it's kind of bad handwriting. Fire number 461. This is another building within the historic district added to their property, having 4 sides. A previous plan had been submitted, was approved. This is a new set of plans. There have been changes made to the east elevation. The stairs have been reversed. A window has been removed. There have,
Do you want to go through all of that or only reference these plans with the date and the changes that we made?
that's kind of what I thought I was doing.
No, there's nothing changed on the side of it. It was our.
No,
it
we're
was
taking
start-
out 2
it was-
windows.
It was starting with this plan. The only thing that's changed on this is 2 windows removed.
Yeah, I'm on
That's what,
A 4.03, which is the east elevation where the stairs are.
Right, but nothing's changed on that one.
The stairs were
Yeah.
reversed.
No, not, no,
Tonight they were. They used to go the other direction.
this plan,
no, we're only talking about this plan.
Oh, okay, so don't make no reference to the previous
Right.
approval. All right, that's fine. In that case,
previous.
What's the apartments? What do they call it?
5 foot, yes.
Just say in place of the plans previously approved, this is the motion.
That, and it's dated 4/2.
In place of the previously submitted plans, this motion is for the plans dated 4/2/23. I think that's it. Yes.
And that elevation, we removed 2 windows.
Oh, that's correct. I'm sorry. And the existing plans on the elevation, west elevation, 400, 2 center windows denoted in the schedule under H have been removed. Anything else? Or A? 2 A windows removed. I stand corrected, sorry. All right. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Passes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, we have a final for Cat Rock Cove, but I think Peter left. I was not here for the preliminaries for Cat Rock Cove, so how do you want to do this?
So you're supposed to come in with a material list.
I don't know. Corey, do you remember? I wasn't here. How would you like to do this? Or should we wait, should we table it until?
Was it just material list or was there more? We did cite in Madison. And I think there was some details left that I don't remember. But you couldn't do it administratively, there must have been something. Figure out.
Well, why don't we put him on the agenda for the April 24th meeting, since he's not here.
Okay, it'll go back to the minutes.
Yeah, it was something small.
It's doing wooden doors.
Yeah, I caught a couple weeks ago. Oh, everything's set now. I think it is fine. Done.
Can you con? I can't help you. I have.
Okay, I will read the minutes tomorrow, I'll figure it out, and then, and I will email you, see what the,
Okay,
we didn't have final. Maybe you can just do it administratively.
okay.
It wasn't any big deal. So I think you guys have do everything on that, except for.
Does anybody? We'll do that. We'll do that. Does anybody want to approve the minutes of February 27th?
I can't prove, I wasn't here. I was in Puerto Rico.
I wasn't here. I don't.
All right.
Well, why don't we do that the next meeting? We'll approve the minutes for this meeting and the February 27th one. And then we have to be out of here shortly because the town council is coming in at 6:30. We have to give Martha a bathroom break.
I'm not gonna be here.
Oh, good for you. Oh.
Where?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool.
April 26th or April 24th? Yeah, I was gonna say, you're screwing me up, the 24th.
So are we good to close the meeting now?
We have one other thing to discuss. Everybody should have gotten or will get the guidelines, the current guidelines. And we need to look at them and start next meeting to see if it needs revisions.
Does anybody know? It's an unfair question because I don't know and I could find out. What other maritime districts, what their current guidelines are? I don't know.
Newport, Westerly, Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket.
Yeah.
That might be a good, if we read ours and maybe read theirs.
How do I get it from?
Yeah. You see the lady with the black shirt.
Well, and just for the record, Martha's Vineyard actually has
Yeah.
5 separate districts.
Yeah.
Do you have a copy?
Yeah,
Owners that we're gonna want.
I was on vacation with the.
Yeah, these are
contact
from
of the vineyard.
2010.
But I think it's.
No, I agree. I agree. We do that. We do it on harbors all the time. We refer to Martha's in Nantucket.
Can I have,
Cheaper.
can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion, motion to adjourn. Yeah, I'm the motion guy today. Motion to adjourn. Aye. All right, good work, people. Good work.
Hey, Mark, it's done.